All right, by now you have had lots of conversations. Maybe you've put up your Facebook post, you've been getting some comments. Maybe you've been reaching out to some individuals. Maybe you've had your tasting party or you've shaken up ketones for some friends. We want to talk about now how to take this seriously, how to make sure that you keep track of all this, because as we're having conversations, it's easy to get lost. It's easy to talk to these three people and these two people. But then next thing you know, you're like, well, who did I talk to last week? I don't even remember. If you're like me, sometimes it's tough to remember everybody's name, and sometimes it's tough to keep track of them. So you're going to see the next page in the manual is actually a tracker. And on this tracker, there's some specific information and specific action steps that you're going to take. And I think that if you use this tool to its fullest extent, you're going to find that continuing to move forward in this business and truly treating it like a business rather than just a hobby, you're going to see such great results. So I've got Amber with me, who you've heard from already, to share with you just a little bit more about this tool and how to use it. So what's up, Amber? How's it going?
Going awesome, Nick. Thank you so much for having me back on. I'm excited about the lead tracker. It's something that I love to use because I lose track, as well as Nick, of the people that I'm talking to and the conversations I'm having. So let me show you what it looks like. We've got right here at the top, it says lead tracker. And what you're going to do is you're going to use this first column to write down your contacts or your prospects, the people that you're starting that conversation with. And remember, when we reach out, we are saying, are you drinking ketones yet? So once you have that initial conversation, you're going to go ahead and write their name right in that first box. And then you're going to connect them to a resource. And we would love for you to connect them to the campfire video, which you can find on the Pruvit.tv app, which we talked about as well. And then the next connect is you're going to connect them with your sponsor. And you're going to then, in a third-party conversation, you're going to say, hey, sponsor, obviously you're going to say the name. This is my friend, Nick. He has more questions about ketones. He's already watched the campfire video and he's really excited. And then you would just kind of sit back and let them, we've already had the ACE training, so I don't need to go over that. But then once you connect them with your sponsor, you're going to check mark that off. And then we have several columns here for you to reach back out to them. All right. On average, it takes 5 to 17 touches before a person buys. And you're going to capitalize on those 5 to 17 touches. Every single time there's an event, let's say there's a guest call or a doctor's live or a sale or a flavor drop or something going on, you're going to reach back out to that person. And if they say no, that's okay. You're going to just cross their name off. So you know that they said no, and you're probably not going to reach back out to them for a little while. And then if they buy, you're going to circle their name, right? And that way, you know, hey, they purchased. That's awesome. That's the goal, right? So you're going to want to fill this all up and keep reaching back out to all of those prospects that you have. If you notice up in the top right-hand corner, it has a goal. So in a previous worksheet, you picked a goal or you set a goal for how many conversations you wanted to have every single day. So go ahead and write that up in the box and then keep track. And that way you'll know, hey, if I'm going to have 5 conversations, boom, 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 I did it today. So it's also a way to hold you accountable for the goals that you have set. So, all right, that's the worksheet. I'll turn it back over to Nick.
I love it. I love it. So the simplicity of this tracker is this becomes your business, right? All of the things that we've talked about as far as getting launched is to initiate and start those conversations. Once you've started them, once they've seen the campfire video, you transfer their name to the tracker. And now if we're having a conversation, I say, hey, who did you talk to this week? You can pull out your tracker and you can say, oh, I've talked to Betty, I've talked to Sue, I've talked to Liz. You can go down the list. And then we can have a conversation. All right, what's the next step? What else can we invite them to? Notice that there were 2 connects that were right away, like campfire video immediately, and then bam, connect them with your sponsor and make that introduction. And then there was 10 more boxes for you to check. And that's your opportunity to invite and to ask. Invite them to watch a video, invite them to be on a live, invite them to hop on a Zoom, and then ask them, are they ready to get started? Ask them, do you want to be a customer or a promoter? I might also say, when looking at this list, who do you think would be great doing this business with you? You might say to them, oh my gosh, hey, have you ever considered joining us in the business? And then you would invite them to one of our tools to explain it to them. So this is a resource that if you take seriously and take it with you everywhere you go, right? And you always have it in your purse or always have it on your desk. And then you say, oh, this is my first one. Now I think were there 15 boxes on there, Amber? I think I counted. There's 15 boxes. And think about that this way. If you do one conversation a day, that should be 2 of those trackers a month. If you want a little extra credit, maybe do 2 conversations a day, and that's 4 of those. As you start to do this, that becomes the lifeblood of your business. And as you enroll customers and as you enroll promoters specifically, who are going to start sharing ketones as well, all we're going to do is replicate this process with them and help them have those conversations. And this is where it gets exciting, because if you have a team of like 5 that are each filling out 2 of those a month, just think about that. That's 150 conversations that are being had like in your community about ketones. That's how we create momentum. That's how we create speed and build this as a business. So this is the tracker. Make sure that you have it printed out. Let's start using it and let's have some fun with it. It's an amazing, amazing tool.